Welcome back, everybody. It's Scott from Mish Outdoors. It's a Tuesday afternoon, early evening. Just got off work a little bit ago. Come out to the blind. Go ahead and sit out here and see if I can see anything this evening. I took about a week off of hunting my property to try to relieve a little bit of pressure. I was starting to see the deer activity be a little less on the trail cameras, but the last couple of days I've been checking the cameras. The activity's been a little better. I'm actually starting to get some daytime doe activity, which obviously I have to work, so I couldn't be out here during the week, during the daytime, so I missed that opportunity. But anyway, my target buck as well as a couple other bucks have been coming in real close to the end of shooting light, so I figure I'll go ahead and come out here and sit this evening and see if I can see something. Maybe we'll get lucky and at least one of the bucks will cross our paths and we'll be able to take a shot at it and hopefully get a harvest. So as you've seen probably earlier in this video, I did set up a blind on public land, and I did sit that evening, which I didn't see anything, probably due to the fact that I was out there setting the blind up and making noise, and it was a little windy. And then I went out that next day, that Saturday, and tried to do a little hunting out there, but the weather got bad. We had a storm front come through pretty quickly, so I was only able to sit out there for a couple hours. So we're going to go ahead and sit out here this evening until the end of shooting light, and hopefully we'll get lucky and something will come through. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday, October 24th. I just got home from work. I got showered up, got changed into my camo, got sprayed down with my scent killer. We're going to head out to the blind and give it another try. So I've been seeing some intermittent activity. I've been seeing some does daylight hours. I haven't seen any of the bucks as of yet in daylight hours, other than at the very end of shooting light. I've been seeing my target 12-pointer. The 8-pointer that's been coming in with him has been hit or miss. I got a new buck that's been coming in. It's kind of got a weird rack. If I save the picture to my computer, I'll put it here. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember if I saved the pictures or not. So we're just going to go ahead and get out here, sit in the blind. It's about 3:30. The shooting light ends about 6:45. So we're going to go ahead and get out the garage and get motivated out to the blind. So we'll take you with me. It's starting to sprinkle a little bit too, so hopefully that don't affect anything. I know deer still move when it's drizzling a little bit. We don't have any wind, or next to no wind, so that should be a plus. I've already came out here a couple of minutes ago and carried my crossbow and a couple other things out here. That way I can carry the camera. So this is my Tidewee 360. Phenomenal blind, love it. Just wanted to show you guys that if you haven't seen the setup picture. I also have this new Tidewee chair. It swivels, it's quiet, makes the sits much nicer. I'm not sponsored by Tidewee, or, well, anybody for that matter. Here's the tripod I'm going to put the camera on, and then here's the bog. I think it's not a death grip, it's a bog adrenaline. That's what I'm going to be using. There's the crossbow. That's a Barnett XP 400. So we'll go ahead and get you set up on this tripod. And get everything ready to go. Turn that front camera view off on this GoPro. Get my binoculars out. Sit back and relax in my brand new Tidewee chair. Again, not sponsored by anybody. I just happen to like Tideweed's products, and I've bought, in the last year or so, I've bought 2 blinds, this chair, the camo that I have for cold weather, which isn't what I'm wearing now. I have that in the house for rifle season when it starts getting colder. I bought that whole setup with the gloves, the jacket, and then the pants that's got the straps kind of like overalls, but they're not overalls. So if anybody watching is from Tideweed, maybe give me a little bit of a sponsorship, since I have a lot of your products and I'm promoting your products heavily. Anyway, we're going to get a couple of these windows cracked open. We're going to sit here and we're going to be quiet. We're going to glass around a little bit, and as soon as something comes through, we'll turn the camera back on, and hopefully this time, if I can get a shot, it'll be a good shot, and we'll actually get the harvest this time. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We got a couple of those right here. Crossbow up and get a good camera shot with the angle that they're sitting in. So we're gonna sit and wait. Maybe one of those bucks will come following in. We still got plenty of daylight left. cow to my right is a little bit small, and she keeps eyeballing me. Hopefully she don't bust me out. Or maybe one of them big bucks is making his way in, and that's what she keeps looking at. We're gonna keep the camera rolling. See what happens. I decide to shoot one of these does, I'm not gonna leave the camera running the whole time. That'll make this video too long. I've been watching these doe for 25 to 30 minutes. It's about 5:45, I guess. No, it's 6 o'clock. We only got 15 minutes before sunset, which gives us another 30 minutes of shooting light. If I don't see something come in the next 15 or 20 minutes, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at one of these does. Preferably the bigger one. Stay tuned. Alright, it's starting to get dark. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shot. She's quartering away from me. I'm gonna let her get turned broadside. That looks pretty good. I think she's down. I think I heard her fall. It looked like a pretty good shot. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, but I'm pretty sure I heard her fall. Not 100% sure, but I heard the thud. She donkey kicked. She ran about 20 yards. I can't see behind the tree, but I thought I heard her fall. So that should be a doe down. It's my first deer of this season. I'll probably regret shooting that doe because the bucks will probably come in. But we needed some meat for the freezer, and I haven't harvested yet today, or yet this season, I'm sorry. And I'd been sitting here watching these does for at least 25 to 30 minutes. And I told myself, and told you, I was going to give it a little while longer, and if nothing else came in, I was going to take the shot. I'm pretty confident that was a good shot. I don't know how well you can see me, it's getting kind of dark in here. But we're going to give it a few, and I'll go look for the bolt. I can actually see the knock on this one. So we'll go get the bolt, and then we'll go searching for her. I don't think she's far. Like I said, I think she's only about 25 yards farther than what she was. So probably 65, 70 yards, if that, down the way. So stay tuned. We're gonna give it a few, and then we're gonna go search for my doe. Okay, I don't know how well you can see me, but I recovered the arrow, covered in blood, and she's down right there. Let me set this arrow down. And of course, just like I thought, I get out of the blind to go grab the arrow. And I think it was one of the bucks was over here on that section, and he took off running that way. And there was another deer back in the woods over there that took off that way, but she's down. I'll go ahead and I'm just gonna leave you on the tripod because I forgot to bring out the chest mount. But she's down right over here. Like I said, she only went maybe 20 yards, and she's dead right there. There she is, fellas. We got us a harvest. That's a dead doe right there. She's not the biggest. Oh, that was a perfect shot too. I'll have to, well, you can't see it that well anyway, but there she is. Yeah, she's little. She's a lot smaller than I thought she was. Yep, she's dead. Got the first doe of the season right here. We're gonna go ahead and drag her up to the garage and get her gutted. Stay tuned. All right, now it's a little more light out here. Now you can see she's not big, but she's a doe, and it's a harvest, so there'll be a little bit of meat for the freezer. So she's not big, but that was a perfect shot. Perfect shot. Like I said, she may have ran 15 yards and dropped like a ton of bricks. But again, she's not as big as I thought she was. I guess the two of them that was out there swapped spots when I wasn't paying attention. But this one was a perfect broadside shot, about 30 yards. So I let her rip, and that rage hypodermic did its job. It's all right. I'll have to blur out the blood, but it was a through and through. I believe it was a double lung. So obviously on YouTube you can't see any of the cleaning process, so I'll go ahead and get this thing gutted, and we'll go ahead and snatch the tenderloins out of it, and then I'll call and see if I can get a hold of a processor. If I can't get a hold of a processor, then I'll skin her myself and quarter it up and put it in the fridge. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, we're going to end the video here. As you've seen, we finally got a harvest after several attempts, a couple of missed deer, and one bad shot on a deer that we didn't recover. It wasn't a very big deer, but it's meat in the freezer. I couldn't show any of the cleaning process. Obviously, YouTube doesn't like that, but it was a phenomenal shot. It was a heart shot. When I gutted the deer, there was nothing left of the heart whatsoever. So we went ahead and got it cleaned up, took it to the processor. Whenever we get the meat back from the processor, we might do I guess you call it a catch and cook, but it's just going to be in a different video. We'll cook up the tenderloins or maybe some of the backstrap or something. Well, thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like and subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one.